Hello students, how are you? In the previous video of this chapter transportation, we were discussing about the blood, but first of all we discussed about that why transportation is required, because you all know that there are various cells in the body from head to toe. There are multiple cells and all the cells needs food, oxygen, okay, for their better sustainability or better so that they live better, they need a proper amount of food as well as oxygen. So how does that oxygen which is coming to the lungs reach to that cell which is at the very end at the toe, or how does that food which is in the stomach reaches to that part of the cell or that cell? So this is what we were discussing in the transportation. Okay, in the transportation I told you that blood, because it keeps circulating throughout the body, so it is the most important part. Then we discussed about the components of the blood. What were the different components? I told you, like RBCs, WBCs and platelets, red blood cells, white blood cells and the platelets. Okay students, so these were the different kind. What did the red blood cell do? They bind with the oxygen. Okay, they have hemoglobin which gives them red color, and hemoglobin binds with the oxygen, that is oxyhemoglobin, and it transports oxygen to the various part of the cell. Similarly, white blood cells, they helps in fighting the disease, okay, like disease causing microorganisms, so they help in increasing the immunity of a individual. Third one was platelets. What did the platelets do? They help to make clot after we are injured. Okay, clear students? And similarly, what does blood do? Blood absorbs the food from the intestine and the stomach, and then it transports it to different types of cells. Okay, by the food is broken down into smaller pieces and the simpler particles in the stomach and the intestine, and from there it is absorbed by the blood. Okay, and then transported to various kind of cells. Then we were discussing about blood vessels. I told you that our body contains tube like structures that are called blood vessels that help in the transportation of blood throughout our body. Our body has two types of blood vessels, that are arteries and veins. Okay, so we have discussed their differences. Let's go through them quickly. Arteries, these blood vessels carry blood from the heart that contains oxygen into different parts of the body, that is oxygenated blood. Veins, these blood vessels carry blood that is rich in carbon dioxide from the body organs to the heart. Arteries have thick walls as the blood pressure is quite high in these blood vessels, whereas veins do not have thick walls as the blood pressure is quite low in them. They are narrow so that the blood can flow quickly through them. Veins are wider than arteries. Arteries, they do not contain valves as the blood in arteries always flow in the right direction due to pumping of the heart, so there is no backflow of the blood. Okay, veins, they contain valves that prevent blood from flowing in opposite direction. Clear? So this is the difference between arteries and veins. I hope it is clear to you. Let's start today's topic, the next one, that is pulse. We know that heart pumps the blood in the arteries. This continuous pumping of blood in the arteries results in their rhythmic throbbing, which is called pulse. Okay, now what happens? That the pulse that we measure is of the artery. Why? Because blood is pumping heart, okay, and that pumped blood goes to the arteries. So regular pumping of hearts leads to some rhythmic throbbing, or you can say rhythmic action of the blood vessels. Okay, like they are expanding and contracting, expanding, contracting, like this rhythmic throbbing. So this continuous pumping of blood results in that action, that is rhythmic throbbing, and that is called as pulse. Clear students? What is pulse? That the continuous pumping of the blood in the arteries, it results in the rhythmic throbbing, which is called pulse. Pulse rate. Now pulse rate is defined as the number of pulse beats per minute. Very important. How many times the pulse do in a minute, okay, or you can say how many times the heart beats in a minute, that is the pulse rate. Okay, whereas the heartbeat is quite different. Heartbeat is measured directly from the stethoscope, but pulse rate, it is measured from the artery side. So pulse rate, it is defined as the number of pulse beats, how many times that pulse beats, that rhythmic throbbing, how many times the rhythmic throbbing in the pulse takes place, that is known as the pulse rate. The normal pulse rate of human being is 70 to 80 beats per minute. Clear? So what is pulse? The rhythmic throbbing of the arteries due to the continuous pumping of blood. It is pulse. And what is pulse rate? It is defined as the number of pulse beats per minute. The normal pulse rate of human being is 70 to 80 beats per minute. Okay, you have to remember it. Now, this diagram shows that how pulse is taken. You know that just below the thumb, okay, just below the thumb there is a artery where you can sense that the pulse is beating. Okay, the place where just below the thumb is joint to the palm there. Okay, so there you can keep your either fingers or your thumb of other hand, and you can take that you can see or you can feel that there is continuous rhythmic throbbing, or you can say rhythmic contraction expansion of the pulse, or you can say blood vessel. Okay, this is the pulse. Clear? Now, some different kinds of arteries and veins. First one is pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery is a special blood vessel that connects the heart to the lungs. Okay, it takes blood that contains less oxygen, that is deoxygenated blood, from heart to lungs. Hence, it is unlike all other arteries that carry oxygen rich blood. So, student, when we were discussing the difference between arteries and veins, I told you that arteries carry oxygen rich blood, but pulmonary artery is a special artery which does not carry the oxygen rich blood. It carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, so the common thing that we can say about arteries, that all the arteries take the blood away from the heart. Okay, this one also taking the blood from heart to the lungs. Okay, so the point is correct about arteries is 100% correct, is that arteries take the blood away from the heart. Okay, but that saying that they always carry oxygenated blood, no. This the pulmonary artery, it carries deoxygenated blood. Okay, very important, remember this thing. Then next is similarly pulmonary vein. The pulmonary vein is a special blood vessel that connects the lungs and the heart. It carries oxygen rich blood from the lungs to the heart. Hence, it is unlike all other veins that carry oxygen less blood. Okay, again the difference that veins which carry impure blood, but this pulmonary vein, it carries pure blood. Okay, or you can say oxygen rich blood. But again, the common thing that can be said about all the veins is that they carry the blood from all body parts to the lungs, or say from other body part to the lungs. You can see it is bringing the blood from lungs to heart. So all the arteries, they carry blood from heart to lungs, heart to all parts of the body, all the arteries, and veins carry blood from all other organs to back to heart. Okay, third kind is capillaries. Small blood vessels are called capillaries. The arteries divide themselves into capillaries, which then deliver oxygenated blood into the tissues in the body. Then these capillaries take up deoxygenated blood from the tissues to the veins. Okay, now capillaries, they are the fine network, or you can say fine branching of the arteries or the blood vessels. Okay, see what does they do? They help in the exchange of gases. So wherever there are capillaries, they help in the exchange of gases. So that's why you can see the blood is coming in the arteries, then the capillaries. So wherever there is the exchange of the gases, for example between blood and the cell, there will be capillary. Okay, because capillary is very thin tube like structure through which the gases can exchange. Okay, so there the gases exchange takes place, and once the blood again becomes deoxygenated, or you can say less amount of oxygen, then it goes back to vein. Okay, so now you can see this diagram that from heart to all body parts carried by artery, pure blood is carried by artery, and then impure blood from all other organs to the heart is being carried by veins. But if we talk on other hand, that pulmonary veins carry blood from lungs to heart, that is pure blood. First time pure blood is carried by pulmonary vein, and pulmonary artery carries impure blood from heart to lungs. Okay, so this is how the blood circulates in our body. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. In the next video we will be talking about the most important organ in the circulatory system, that is heart. Okay students, so take care of yourselves, keep studying, stay inside your house. Thank you and have a nice day.